It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Plotting on the mill, I give them something to feel, yeah. My foundation is strong enough, I could build her. Groundbreaking, the promise to keep it trill, nigga. Everything that I want, I'm bound to fulfill. Ayy, plotting on the mill, I give them something to feel, yeah. My foundation is strong enough, I could build her. Groundbreaking, the promise to keep it trill, nigga. Everything that I want, I'm bound to fulfill. Ayy, the academy pulling strategy, still in my steed. Ain't no flattery, fuck your salary, bitch, I'm a king. They can't rattle me, sit to shatter me, killing my dreams. Them bitches couldn't even straddle me, I'm the supreme god, like living alright, you niggas alright. Diamond in the rough compared to Moisturize, I do this for them Garvey eyes. Swiss Army knife, I do it all, boy. Know some people watching me only want me to fall, boy. But I'm a Booker T, Nolan, a southern beast, flow as deep as a submarine. Haters clocking and count streams. I used to work inside a kitchen, dog, you think I'm tripping? Imagine using your opinions just to make a living. Mix it with my educated expertise, yes indeed. Niggas that wouldn't say I'm next trying to get next to me. My homies used to rock a vest inside them SUVs. From sous chef to sharing recipes. My nigga.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. Before we get started, I want to just give y'all a quick reminder. This upcoming Monday, I have a new song coming out called Family Over Fame Freestyle. This will be the next single. Y'all know we got Poppin' already out. Now we got Family Over Fame Freestyle from the Family Over Fame album that I've been telling y'all about for a minute. It is being finalized. It will be here soon. So again, much love and respect to everybody that's been supporting along the way and everyone that will moving forward. Now, let's move on into other things. We got to talk about the DJ that don't spin once more. I know. Y'all be getting tired of that nigga. I do too. Okay? But last night, he went at it on Twitter with Iggy Azalea, and we're going to cover it. All right? Not only did he get into it with Iggy Azalea last night, but as of earlier today, he also got into it with somebody who I communicate with and have interactions with online by the name of Opinionated Truths. I know I shout her out quite a bit on this channel. He found himself in her comments crashing out. So we're going to cover that as well. Shout out to you, Opinionated Truths. Don't let that nigga get to you. Okay? So I think all of this stems from the other day, a few days ago, when the DJ that don't spin was on his stream. And I guess he was reacting to Iggy being on stream with Neon, whatever the fuck they have going on. I think her and Neon are business partners. And if y'all don't know who Neon is, that's the streamer who got confronted by the Breakfast Club. And basically they put him on Front Street for the racist shit that people be perpetuating in his chats and the racist shit that he said to other people in the past. So them linking up, definitely not cool. What the fuck? But, you know, he claims he's on the road to redemption and all that other shit. Man, fuck out of here. Anyway, they're linking up. They've been linking up for months. But the DJ that don't spin, I guess, went in on her. She DM'd him about Playboy Cardi. I guess he called her a scorn baby mama or something like that. And she tried to reach out to him and like give him some details on like what her experience was in her relationship with Playboy Cardi. He wasn't trying to hear that shit. He went on his stream, berated her. So it ended up being this big ordeal that came to a head last night. Okay? So we'll get to it. Not putting him on the entire screen, just going to put him in the corner.
What you messaged me and it says Saturday. This is you, Iggy. Saturday. I want people to be able to see it. I don't know if you can see it, but it says Saturday. I just want to scroll. This is Iggy. Yes, this is all what she sent to me. A whole lot of shit. Shorty, I'm going to give you the grace still because I ignored you for a day and a half and then you responded back when you see I left you on red for 2 days and you were very disrespectful. I want to be very clear with you. Like whatever you and Playboy Cardi got going on as a familial matter, I don't care about. I respect Playboy Cardi as an artist. And I know you might think, because you keep referencing a friendship that me and him have, And I don't know what you think I could do or what I affect, but I just want to be like, yo, hey, listen, I want to stay out of y'all familial matters. And I also kind of realize that the things that you've told me in this message before you blocked me was probably you're trying to use me to try to get this man canceled because you told me very criminal things about him. You told me very evil things about him. You made allegations about him that I've never heard you say online. And I don't know why you would tell me. Because the things you would tell me, I don't think you should tell a blogger. You should tell the police. The things you told me, I don't think you should tell a blogger. I think you should tell your truth. But you instead divulged a lot of things that made him seem like a really evil person.
Pretty sure Iggy Azalea has already come out and told us that Playboy Cardi was abusive to her. You know what I mean? Now, whether or not people want to listen to her, whether or not they want to believe her, that is a totally different story. But I could have swore it was earlier this year that she came out and said those exact things.
I understand you guys are broken up and it's none of my business. But I just want to tell you, fuck that. The disrespect and the tone you came at with me in my DMs, I don't care what you got going on. And I don't care who your baby daddy is. And I don't care who you picked your baby daddy to be and what y'all got going on in y'all family life. I usually don't give a fuck about that. I like him as a rapper. I love him as a person. But that don't got nothing to do with you thinking you could talk to me like I'm his homeboy. I'm not here to be a fucking emotional sponge. And I was going to lay it on you. But I just realized it was a bad look. Because I realized you was trying to use me to try to get at him. Because the things you told me here is disgusting. It was really, really bad. And I'm not here to repeat it.
You got some disgusting shit on your name too, brother.
So I'm just going to say to Iggy, please never, you should keep me blocked. I'm not the guy you should be talking to like that. I'm not the one. And if you think I'm the one who loves your baby daddy that much, no. At the end of the day, it's Big Ak. So I'm going to give you the grace once again because I actually respect him. And I think at this point you try to use me for gossip. You're trying to make allegations of a guy who's been doing good in his career. It still furthers the point that you were trying to refute. You hated, let's be very clear, you hated the fact that I was giving him credit for being successful, and I was saying to you, you might be coming across a little bit bitter with some of the comments you made. Whether you were talking about him or not, that was my stance. You gave me way more insight, telling me all the details of a personal relationship where you guys share a child that I should not know. Ma'am, seek help and seek God.
All right, that's where we're going to end it. There's supposed to be 4 minutes more of that. We're not going to play all that shit, all right? This man used God in the response. Yeah, dunzo. So Iggy comes back. She says, yes, Akademiks, I DM'd you. 24 hours later, you had zero response because you don't want to report factual information or stand corrected in a public forum. That's the truth. She says, I listened to your monologue trying to paint me as some obsessed, jealous ex because you watch rage-bait clips on social media instead of doing your job as a reporter. Watch interviews in full context before commenting. If you had bothered to do your job, you'd have realized it's beyond clear I haven't alluded to or mentioned any famous exes. Why didn't you want to retract what you said after watching Neon and myself in conversation and realizing your favorite rapper wasn't the subject of any conversation? In so many ways, you're a detriment to the person you're trying to help. And of course, that would be Playboy Cardi, right? She further states, the reality is that I don't want to be a part of any Playboy Cardi narratives, but I'm often woven into them via clickbait clips because he is very popular, and the idea that there's a bitter woman trying to campaign to stop him somehow plays well in the media, especially with young men, that being his primary audience. For the record, I don't care at all who listens to the music or if he's the most successful best-selling rapper ever. It has zero effect on my life, truly, because she also says he's a deadbeat father. So she's basically saying if no matter how successful he is, it doesn't change anything for her because he doesn't actually support the child, according to her. She says, I'm not campaigning for anyone's demise. At the same time, I don't think it's a huge secret my experience involved a man who was violent and is still an addict. I'm sorry, but that's my reality, and it does affect my life years later, of course, because there's a child involved. And I know a lot of people don't like Iggy Azalea, don't rock with Iggy Azalea, and everybody is, you know, entitled to feel that way, especially with her past. So then the DJ that don't spin comes back initially to her response to him saying that she DM'd him and got into, details with or whatever. He comes back, tries to channel Young Thug and says, whoop-de-doo. Okay. She then says, that's all you can say when you're wrong, I guess. The real question is, why did you want it to be that man's asshole so bad? A question to ponder. Now, I'm guessing that this is all referring to, I think she was asked about an experience with a guy that she dated. She said it was somebody that she didn't move forward with. I guess he wanted her to get all up in his wazoo. I wouldn't know because I don't tune in. Right? So he says, shorty, I ain't finna argue with you because you tight about being a single baby mama. Pick better next time. This nigga crazy. All that trauma shit you texting me, I don't give one fucks about. How you give a plural fucks? About you or your trauma. Eat a dick, he tells this woman. He then comes back and says, you an industry pass around. Your ass go from rapper to rapper. You done being Tory Lanez side piece too? Go to therapy. I don't give a fuck what that nigga did to you. You batshit crazy. Every nigga who fucked you say the same shit. He's just going in on this woman. He then says, ho was paying Tory Lanez employees and legal fees, thirsty as fuck, jumping from rapper dick to rapper dick. Now this is where things get interesting, right? Because remember last year, Iggy Azalea submitted paperwork on behalf of Tory Lanez, or was it last year or the year before? Where she was basically trying to give her character analysis like he's not a bad guy, although she had previously said he was a bad guy. He says, take care of your fucking kid, you scallywag, and keep selling feet pics on OnlyFans. This man speaks so disgustingly to women. He says, glad your rap career ended after that horrible bullshit you tried to finesse. Eat a dick. So he's alleging, and this is why it's relevant, because, we've been covering this Megan Thee Stallion Milagro, Tory Lanez thing. And he's saying that Iggy has been out here paying for the legal fees of Tory Lanez and paying his employees. A man that she's not married to. Did they have a kid together? I thought they just briefly dated. So that's very interesting as to why she would extend herself to that level. Some people say, oh, she did it just so they could continue getting paid. What the fuck does their wages have to do with her, though? That's what I'm trying to understand. And you out here claiming a man is violent and not taking care of his child, and you're taking up for a man who shot a woman, who did that to put themselves in a position to not be able to take care of their child. The non-DJ continues to spin. He says, I tried to give this hoe a pass. She keep telling me about the damn trauma of Playboy Cardi pumping and dumping her ass like a meme coin. Jesus Christ. Big, you picked that nigga, not me, he says. Is there more to this? Yes, there is. He says, tell her ass to stay out of my DMs at 4 a.m. I don't give a fuck about her or her baby daddy that much. Writing me 30 paragraphs, telling me pregnancy stories and shit. Shorty, make a TikTok and eat a dick. When's the last time y'all heard this guy talk to a man like that? He always goes in on women like this. He says, I tried, y'all. I really tried. I'ma cool out, though. Tell her whole ass to go to therapy, though. We don't give a... If she a single bitter baby mama, there's a long line for them. Just air the nigga out, go viral on Shade Room for the day. I ain't your emotional sponge. He said emotional sponge in his video. He then reiterates it in his tweets here. So as this is going crazy, Opinionated Truths took a screenshot of his interaction with Iggy Azalea, and she was basically tying all of this in with the Milagro Megan Thee Stallion thing, because apparently, DJ Akademiks, or the DJ that don't spin, excuse me, he was subpoenaed by Megan Thee Stallion to answer to any knowledge that he had of Tory Lanez. He claimed he knew nothing. But then he comes out and alleges that Iggy Azalea is out here paying for his legal fees and all of those things. Basically alluding to, hey, he claims he knows nothing, but he's on the internet alluding to having additional information. Right? Same type of shit Aiden Ross is going through in the video I just released about an hour or so ago. So keep it clear. She did not tag him or nothing. She literally just took a screenshot and shared it on her own page. It says Akademiks, DJ that don't spin, claims Iggy Azalea was paying Tory Lanez employees and paid for his legal fees. If you remember, Iggy was one of the people that wrote a letter for Tory Lanez to get out of prison on bond, and also a character reference alleged. Remember, in the deposition, Ak always claims he had no information about Tory Lanez. Right? Very simple post. And it was a screenshot. She did not tag him or nothing. Well, here he goes. In the comments. He says, stop lying. I clearly said me and Tory have no conversations or dealings with him, and Meg Thee Stallion and I only do music business with Tory or his labels. You ain't got no business with her. What the fuck you talking about? I said also publicly, I know everyone's secrets, maybe including yours. It's just a matter of when it gets revealed. Stop this biased ass tweeting. It's corny. I find it very interesting that a nigga that puts out biased content daily for hours on end is trying to accuse someone else of being biased in their tweets. And I'll just say for good reason, but I'm not going to go any further as to why I say that about Opinionated Truths. If you thought that was the only response he gave, no. He came back with more. He says, clearly, if I know that about Iggy, it ain't because of Tory. How would anybody know that didn't come from Tory? You claim that you have conversations with him all the time. You talk about your conversations with him on your stream all the time. He says he's never mentioned Iggy to me, and she never mentioned him to me. But I know what I know. Your anti-Tory tweets is whack. Be unbiased. Once again, he is campaigning for her to be unbiased. When this nigga whole identity is wrapped up in Tory Lanez, Drake, and niggas that he's biased to. He says you don't gotta be pro-Tory, but trying to paint everything like a conspiracy when you don't know is whack. You tweet like Milagros, fucked your nigga or your bitch. I don't know who you are, but you hella obsessed with all that. But I thought you could have known her secrets. But then you come back and say, I don't know who you are. He says, I did the deposition for fun. Was it really fun? Ain't nobody hiding nothing for Tory. If I was, why would I put Iggy on blast and throw him in the mix? I did it to tell Iggy, don't play with me. And what exactly would you do if Iggy continued to play with you? What are you going to do? Get on stream and scream about it? Get on X and rant some more? What else are you going to do? I don't think she was harmed by any of that. So what are you alluding to when you say don't play with me? Lame ass nigga. Someone then challenges him in the comments. They say, people want to know, are you blogger attacking Megan in the media she spoke of? He says, I don't give a fuck about Meg. If that chick didn't tweet at me like Iggy, she didn't tweet at you. She used a screenshot of your tweet. She didn't even at you. Like Iggy DM me a million paragraphs, I wouldn't care about both of them. He says, nigga, I pick me over these rappers every day. They both should have ignored me because I always got time. Someone here says, ain't got time for a diet apparently. I'm not fucking with y'all. For a man that allegedly knows nothing, you're definitely doing a lot of activity in the comments for someone who just took a screenshot of your tweet. Didn't say anything directly to you, didn't challenge you, didn't dish you. She just reiterated what you said. So why is it that you're on social media spiraling, going back and forth if you know nothing. A person who knows nothing would probably say nothing. Sounds like a lot of projection there. So, as you can see, although this range of events was not directly tied to the Megan Thee Stallion and Milagro situation, it ended up becoming a part of that situation by proxy because he came in defending himself of something that really needed no defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think everything that you said only makes it seem like you know more than what you're letting on. It's unnecessary. You're being disrespectful. You're only shitting on women. Come on, man. Now, as it pertains to the situation between himself and Iggy, you know, these are two people that I'm not all that fond of going against each other. But at the same time, come on, man. Why do you talk this way exclusively to women? You know what I mean? When everybody else from the West Coast was getting at your ass and all this stuff, it was all, oh, brother this, brother that. I'm gonna violate you. You gave niggas warnings. You don't give women warnings. You just crash out. Very interesting. All right, but let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. All right, peace.
Ain't no way to stop it when a nigga poppin'. Pull up, start a problem, I got plenty options. Homies from the project, we the trending topic. I got bennies in my wallet, fuck your all I got is all I could get. Flooded the nine and I flooded my wrist. Tell me I rap for the glamour and glitz. Got on my shit, now they ran me on list. Filling my pocket, I'm taking a trip. Call me a genie, I'm filling my wish. When it come down to me and get in my bag, I gotta get it, I pay for the lift. I got a baby, we coming legit. Roll with the big dogs. I need my cut like fit now. Buddy got shot like Sim car. Married to the game like in-laws. Do what I please, move with the breeze, fly to believe. Shawty, she love me, she coming to tease. Ready the haters, we cutting the weeds. Give me my space, oh man. Got me a taste, oh man. Flooded the face, I'm running a race, I cover the bases, all down. Nigga, don't try me, I'm on my square. Cardiac diamonds, I want me a pill. Treat all this money like I got a meal. Everything closer than it might appear, yo. Bitch, I got my mask on now, watch your germs here. I've been getting paid since the first time on my third tip. Popping on the net, fuck a local, I got turf here. Fucking with the squad, we gon' put y'all in some merch, yeah.